Hello and welcome to the Hexadecimal channel. I'm Dan, and today I'm going to teach you how to make this game. So what it is it's a kind of number guessing game. I'll teach you how to do all the buttons and build this from scratch totally, and hopefully you won't just copy and paste this off the screen, you'll actually learn a bit of code too. So what it's going to do is you're going to think of a number and it's going to try and guess the number for you. So let's say that's our number, 311. We'll say correct, and it'll guess our number, and we'll do that again. Okay? So let's get started. What you want to do is, if you've not already got Unity installed, you want to install Unity, create an account. It should be free for personal use, and we'll just create a new project and we'll call it number guesser. Okay, we don't need any of these assets. We'll just keep it as it is. If you're interested, these basically add basic controls to the game. So character controller, that'll control the character. Light cookies, this is all to do with lights and particles and stuff. But we don't need any of that. We just need number guesser. We need it in 2D, although you can change that later. And we'll just put it in somewhere. I've got a folder called Unity. Okay. We'll select, put it in there. Okay. So it'll restart, that's normal. Don't worry about that. And give you this screen. So what we've got here is we've got our main camera. That's going to show us what we'll see. And we've got our assets. This is everything that could be in the scene right now. Our console. This will tell us any errors we get. And our inspector. So if I click on the main camera, this will tell me details and variables I can change about the main camera. Okay, so if I first of all, what you want to do is you want to create some folders to put your stuff in. So we'll create a scenes folder. We'll create a scripts folder, and that's all we really need for this project. But if you're doing a more advanced project, you need prefabs and materials. They're the four main folders that you'll probably have in every project. Okay, once you've done that, you need to go to Game Object, which is in the top left-hand corner, and click on UI. If you can't find this, then it means that you're running an older version of Unity, and you just need to update to 4.6, and this will be here. So Game Object, UI, and Text. Now what will happen is you'll just see these two lines highlighted, but if you scroll out, you'll be able to see there's a big box being drawn with some text in here. So this is a canvas. This is basically, when you press play, this is what the screen will be. Everything in the canvas you'll see on your screen. And it's given us some text to start with. Okay, so if we first of all, we can change the colour so we can actually see it. White, that's good. Change font size, all this stuff. And if your text disappears like this, the reason is probably going to be because of your overflow. So you want to change that from wrap to overflow and truncate to overflow, and that should let you see your text. Okay, so you just want to say this is going to be the title. So we'll call it number guesser, and what would happen is if we don't want like loads of text, then we have to click on every single one to find the one we want. So we're going to change the name of this to title text, and make sure you press enter, or that save won't, the change won't be saved. Okay. Another thing, if you're a bit OCD, is you can put that in the middle and make your X 0. Then that's directly in the middle of your screen. And just use the yellow arrow to change it up and down, and that won't change any sideways. Okay. The next thing we want to do is create our start and exit buttons. So these are going to be similar to this, they're going to be the same kind of format. So we can just press Control D and that'll duplicate it. We can see we've got another duplicate here just on top of it. We'll move that down. We can keep it in the middle, aligned, and all we need to do is change what it says to start and what it's called to start text, and make sure you press enter there. Okay, so we got our start button, but if we press play, you can see it's not really a button, it's just some text on the screen, and also we've got a blue background. Now we can change the blue background really easily with here. If you just click on main camera, and you should see the background, and you can choose any colour you like. I'll go with black just to make it easy. See, that's changed here. You also probably notice when I press play, it's got a blue tint around the edge of my screen. This is really good because you can actually make changes in the editor. So if I change that to say 100, that'll go there. But as soon as I exit, this change is lost. So you want to know when you're pressing play and when you're not playing it. So that can be really useful. You can change that in I think it's file or edit preferences, colors, and then play mode tint here. Okay. Right, yeah, so we want to make this into a button. So what we need to do is we need to add a component at the bottom. This is in the inspector. Click on UI, again, you need 4.6 for this, and you should see button there. Okay. Now, you can change the highlighted colour so we can go for grey if we like, so that when it's clicked, or hovered over, you can see it goes grey. Okay. But you also notice if we click on this bit, if we hover over here, it's not actually doing anything. That's because this box around it is where the actual button is. So, if you go into the top left and you see these 5 buttons here, you need to click the one furthest to the right, which is like a box, and then you can change the dimensions of this box really easily. Okay, you can keep it in that mode. It's we don't really need the other mode much now. Okay, so now if I hover over any area of that, you can see it selected the button. Okay, so what we now need is we need to create a scene where this will take us to. So before you do that, you want to save this scene and then ask you what you want to save it as. So we've already created the scenes folder, so we'll go in there and we'll save it as title screen or whatever you find to be alright. And that'll be in our scenes folder now. So that's saved. Now we can create a new scene. Make sure you don't create a new project. It's a new scene you want. And we can go ahead and save that straight away as well in scenes called game screen. Okay, so that's in there now as well. So this is just empty at the moment, you'll see our cameras there. So we want to change the camera to black, so keep the colour scheme the same, and do exactly the same as last time, and add some text. Okay, so game object, UI, and then text. Okay, so we got some text here. What this is going to be the instructions text. So I'll just label that the instructions text. Remember, press enter there, and we'll write the instructions here. So what we're going to say is pick a number between 1 and 1000 and keep it in your head. Okay, and we'll change the font and the size and stuff like that as usual, and remember to change the overflow to overflow and click in the middle if you're a bit OCD. You can see this has gone over the edge. Unity won't auto-correct if it's gone too far over, like if I play now it won't show it on the screen. So you'll need to manually press enter and do stuff like that. Yeah, there's not really much you can do about that. Now you're probably wondering, why don't I increase the size of this button area? Because this isn't actually a button, it's just going to be text on the screen, so you can just totally ignore that for now. But I won't be able to click on the text here, I'll only be able to select it from here if you're worried about that, but it doesn't really matter. Right, next thing, we need 4 more buttons, so 4 more pieces of text. So we can take this as our template and Control D to duplicate, move that down there, and this is going to just say 500. So what 500 is, this is going to be our default guess, because between 1 and 1,000 we're going to always guess in the middle of what we know is where the range is. So 500 is going to be our default guess to start with. We can duplicate that. Oh, I didn't duplicate that. Alright, Control D, duplicate that. And just before we... Oh, no. Alright, I have actually got a second one here. I'll just move the X to -50. There we go. I can move that easily. Now, before we do anything with that, yeah, we're going to change this to guess text, and this is going to be called low text, and change the actual text to too low. Okay, so this is also going to be a button, so we need to make sure that they can click on it and add component UI button. Okay, and change the highlighted colour if you like. That's just a nice touch there. Duplicate that, bring it over to the other side, and do exactly the same thing, except instead of low, we're going to put high. Okay. Oh, messed that up a bit there. Okay, too high. There we go. And finally, our correct button, which is just going to be here. Okay, so we've got our 3 buttons now, and our guess text, and we basically created our scene, so you may as well save that, or Control S. And now we can go back to our original scene, our title screen, and do some stuff with the start button. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to create an empty. You want to call this Scene Manager, okay? This basically does what it says on the tin, okay? And next thing you want to do is you want to go back into Assets, not Essex, and you want to go into your Scripts folder and right-click, Create New Script, and C# Script, and we'll call this Scene _Manager. Okay, so that's all for the first tutorial. In the next tutorial I'll be doing the coding for the Scene Manager and the coding for the Game Manager as well. So hopefully you can get on with this in the meantime. If you struggle, just rewatch the video and hopefully it'll click again. Okay, goodbye.